Senator Coyle.
Thank you. Welcome to the Senate, Minister Miller. I'm a senator from Mi'kma'ki and a member of the Aboriginal Peoples Committee. My question for you is related to the full implementation of Mi'kmaq, Wolastoq, and Passamaquoddy rights-based fisheries. Our Senate Fisheries and Oceans Committee report on this matter, Peace on the Water, outlined 10 recommendations. The committee recommended that the responsibility for negotiating the full implementation of rights-based fisheries be immediately transferred from Fisheries and Oceans Canada to Crown Indigenous Relations and Northern Affairs Canada, with your department becoming the lead negotiating department and DFO assuming an advisory role. Minister, could you tell us what is the status of the government's response to this critical recommendation, and has there been any action taken? Thank you.
Mr. Minister.
Thank you, Senator, and I'll give you a partial answer. I don't know what the status of the report to your, the response to your report is, and I'm glad to look into it. I don't know if I agree with the recommendation to transfer it to Crown Indigenous Relations. Not that I don't think that our team could do a good job at it. My reflection is one that is vested in the thoughts about your rights and your people's rights, which is one that has had to be crystallized by going to the Supreme Court. And you can ask yourself why, if that actually is a right, if you always have to go to the Supreme Court to enforce it. And that's immensely frustrating, foremost for your people who have a right to exercise a moderate livelihood, as entrenched in both Marshall decisions. My reflections on the efficiency and the efficacy of the initiatives of the Government of Canada to respect those rights are ones where we need people to do their jobs and to look at things not necessarily in a commercial or one that is based simply on a sole set of factors or based on the Fisheries Act, but ones that are based in the language of rights and respective treaties. And whether we could do it or whether Fisheries DFO can do it is less important to me than it actually being doing right. And so working with that department in particular to make sure that those rights are respected. We're not there yet, and that's frustrating foremost for the communities that are trying to exercise a moderate livelihood. That is not to say that the work hasn't been done in the past 20 years. It's been that has been able to affirm a number of those rights, but we're not there yet, and I get how that's frustrating. I welcome the report, and I hope to contribute to that response as it comes out.